Oh man, I tell you, it's so funny how things work out sometimes. Back in 2009, President Barack Obama and a Democratic Congress passed the Affordable Care Act. In the process of crafting that bill, President Obama tried to get some Republican support. He even included some things like the individual mandate in an effort to, kind of get, 5 to 10 Republican votes. But the Republicans wanted no part of it. They didn't want to help the president at all. They didn't want anything to do with health care. And lo and behold, the president and the Democratic Congress passed what has become known as Obamacare. And since its inception, it's been ridiculed, it's been talked about, slammed. Republicans are just saying how bad it is, bad it is, bad it is, whatever. And it said that the president shouldn't have done anything with the health care, even though health care costs have been or had been going up and will always continue to go up. But it's amazing, you fast forward now, and Republicans are finally dealing with health care. Now, of course, it started off with we're going to repeal. And somehow or another, former President Barack Obama and the Democrats got the Republicans to add 2 words to repeal. Those 2 words, and replace. When it was just repeal, all you had to do was just repeal the Affordable Care Act and then move on. Man, those cats got backed into and replace. And guess what they got to do now? Guess what they're doing now? They're dealing with health care. And no matter what they come up with, President Barack Obama is still going to get the credit. All right? Because if you remember, all the president wanted and all Democrats wanted, basically Hillary Clinton wanted, was that for every American to have access to health care. Now, how you arrived at that result, no one knew. The Democrats had their beliefs about how you should do it, and so they went about putting things in place how they felt they should do it. They included or wanted to include some Republican ideas in order to get some bipartisan support on it. Republicans had decided that, hey, you're going to sink and swim in this thing on your own. We don't want anything to do with it. So when it's out there, we can just simply say, hey, it's not us, it was you. You screwed up everything. Okay, fine. So now what's happening? The Republicans put out something called the American Health Care Act or something other. But it's dealing with health care. And not get into the weeds of it, it's still Republicans dealing with health care because Barack Obama and the Democrats forced you into a corner. When it was just repealed, it was cool. You let those cats fool you into putting in the 2 words and replace. Man, that's too rich. That's just too rich.